Hello everybody, my name is Jack and welcome back. Welcome back for another Italian language lesson. I just want made out clear which are the rules in Italian language that determine which kind of past tense you should use and in which context. Three different kinds of past: imperfetto, passato remoto e passato prossimo. Imperfetto. Imperfetto expresses an action that happened in the past and that is clear. Imperfetto in Italian language is widely used in narration and storytelling. Imperfetto, it is the default tense used by writers in order to describe places and persons. The orc lived in a swamp. L'orco viveva in una palude. Imperfetto, it is also used to describe an action habitually repeated in the past. When I was a kid, I was used to go to my grandparents. Quando ero piccolo, andavo dai miei nonni. Passato prossimo. Passato prossimo identifies an action happened in the recent past or an action that happened in the past but that has consequences also into the present. This morning I had breakfast. Questa mattina ho mangiato la colazione. Here in Italian, I don't use simple past because the action of eating breakfast happened not long ago. Or I can use passato prossimo to describe an action that happened in the past but has consequence till nowadays. An example could be: since I was a kid, I've been studying Italian. Sin da piccolo ho studiato l'italiano. That means that I started the action of studying Italian time ago. However, my skills in Italian affect the present too. Swipe for the last past tense, it is the simple past, passato remoto. The last one because it is very simple. Remote past, passato remoto, it is the exact transposition of English simple past. I used passato remoto when I want to describe an action that happened and it is concluded in the past. Columbus discovered America. Colombo scoprì l'America. Scoprì, the verb to discover, scoprire, it is in its passato remoto tense. You can find imperfetto often in books. Like for instance, Napoleon was short. Napoleone era basso. In this case, I use imperfetto to describe the attribute of Napoleon. However, when I want to describe events that happened in the very past and concluded in the very past, I use passato remoto. Napoleone died in 1821. Napoleone morì nel 1821. Morì, the verb morire, to die, it is conjugated using the remote past tense. The differences between passato prossimo and passato remoto are a little bit more tricky because are both used in spoken Italian. The main difference between the two is of course the collocation of the action. I use passato remoto if I want to collocate an action back in the past, while I use passato prossimo if that action is happened shortly time before or it is just concluded. The third main difference is a little bit more subtle because it is about our personal attitude. In fact, we can change the tense between passato remoto and passato prossimo also due to how we want the listener to perceive what we are talking about. Let's take, for example, an action that I visited Tokyo in the past. I can choose between the two tenses depending on my personal attitude toward that event of visiting Tokyo. If I use passato prossimo tense to conjugate the verb visitare, to visit, the sentence will be: io ho visitato Tokyo. If I use passato prossimo, therefore io ho visitato Tokyo, that can express an emotional link to that action. Probably that I visited Tokyo, but I'm still nowadays perceive that visit as a part of my present. Often means that I feel particularly bonded to that visit at the point that has repercussions on my presence as well. Using Passato Prossimo therefore establishes an emotional link to what happened in the past. But on the other hand, I switch to the Passato Remoto. The sentence will be Io visitai Tokyo. Visitai, it is the verb to visit, visitare, conjugate to its Passato Remoto tense. But that could express that I have no emotional attachment to that event, and the present is completely detached from my visit in Tokyo. Ladies and gentlemen, the class is over. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please, of course, if you like the video, enjoy, subscribe, whatever. But most importantly, stay tuned for more content that surely will come sooner. In the meantime, remember, speed like genius. Oh, watch the videos. Watch the other videos.